Hello, your traders family. Hope so. You guys are fine and your week is going very well. In my last video, I have given you some possible positions of gold, and I hope so that in our groups and who have watched my previous video closely have booked a lot of good profits. So it's a weekly forecast for gold. So firstly, before coming to the chart, firstly we would look at Forex factory data, and we will check out that what are the possible what are the news that would have a high impact, and that would be the cause of high volatility in gold market and in USD. So firstly, if you check on Monday, you guys can see that America having bank holiday. So Monday and Tuesday also there's no strong news. On Wednesday we have a strong data regarding monetary policy, BOC rates, and BOC press conference. The main important data, 10-year bond auctions also, and jobs opening. And so on Wednesday and also Thursday would have a high impact because there's unemployment claims, so it having a huge impact on the market. And also Friday would be also the more volatile day for the gold regarding PPI and these things, and CPI unemployment rates. So Monday and Tuesday are not too much volatile days, but according to my knowledge, whenever there's a holiday, so bankers try to grab the market and enter in a position, and market basically market is just moving up and down, so just up and down, think so. So it's up to the market. So firstly we will start about the technical analysis of the gold. So without wasting my time and also your time, so we are going to start the weekly forecast, and I am drawing some trend lines to check out the gold trend and its behavior. So there's one trend line. Perfect. Now we will draw one trend line from downside to check out its support. Nice. So on a weekly basis, if you look at on a gold, so you having a few areas, you should have to clearly look at those areas. Now first one is 1860 or 1860 or 55 till 1860. It having a huge impact whenever market would comes to this area. So we would look for a sell trade. So if market tries to break that area and market gives us some symptoms of bullish, so then we will look for a long-term buy. So on the other side, if you look at on a smaller time frame at a 1780 almost, whenever market break this area, then we will look for a sell trade. So these trades are for swing traders who are holding their trade for long term. Now if you look at on a I would also analyze on the basis of line chart, because line chart gives us the, yeah, it is a very good and valuable chart. Mostly traders used to do this. You are now looking at that market that we have drawn a trend line at that area, but line chart is giving us a position of 2031. You can see on the right side. So it actually line chart gives us closing areas. So it's a more valuable chart. So mostly swing traders and long-term traders used to trade there. So now we would also draw lines here on a line chart. It would also helps us to give solid trades, because it having a huge more worth, because it gives us the closing entries. So here you can see the, now we got at 18 again at that 1860 level. Again we are looking at, you guys can see at 1860 60 level, this would be the very selling area. So now we will look for a daily time frame for further confirmation. So firstly I will change the charts in the candlestick. So when you look at on a daily time frame, you guys would see that about the possible positions of our gold. In my previous video of NFP, you guys must have to watch. I have told you guys about few trends, that if market tries to break the area above 1814, then you guys have to look for a buy trade, and our buy targets would be at least 1830, and thanks God we have secured a good profits in that. So if you look at on a daily time frame, you guys I will show you some areas where you have to look for a buy trades, and I will also show you some areas where you guys have to look for a sell trade. Firstly, we have a area of I'm going to draw some a parallel here, some areas I'm mentioning. Yeah, this was the area 1833. So if market tries to break at least 1835, so then you guys have to look for a buy trade, and your buy targets would be at least 18 or 50, at least 1850. Whenever market breaks this area, your targets would be at least 1850. So on the other side, if market doesn't try to break it, so you guys have to look for a buy at least I will show you on a small time frame that what are the possible positions for a daily time frame, on a H4 time frame, 4 hour time frame, and 1 hour time frame for the possible positions. And I will show you we have mentioned some trades in our previous video, sorry, on Friday, that we are to buy or where to sell, and we have secured a good profits. We having one buy limit and also one sell limit. So now I will give you also a trend line from the downside. So I'm drawing that trend line on the closing line chart. So if you look at on a line chart, you guys have to keep it in mind some areas. Yeah, so keep it in mind this area 1819. So I will also tell you about this area next also. On the other side, if you look at also one trend line on a basis of candles, yeah, so now we will move on as 4 time frame, or I think so 1 hour time frame. Then I will tell you about the positions for gold for you guys. So on Friday I have told you guys about that you guys have to book profits, and about you have to we have shared one buy limit at 1818 or 1819. So that's why, because of this line trend line, because this was a line chart, and line according to line chart and daily time frame I've showed you, because this was the area 18 or 18 or 18 or 19. This was the area from where we get a pullback towards upside, and market having a market gives us a huge data of USD, and the USD was weakened and gold was pushed towards upside. So this was the area where we have secured a good profits, and also we have opened a sell limits also at 1832 area. So and also we are also almost in a profit of 50 plus pips, and it's running. Let's see about it. So now according to that, now what should we have to do for the further week? So first thing is that whenever market breaks this area at least 1835, and market gives you confirmation, then you guys have to look for a buy trade. Otherwise 1835 is the area where you guys have to look for a sell trade, and your targets would be, at least first target would be, you guys have to keep in mind this level 1820, 18 or 18 or 1819. Whenever market comes to this area, you should have to open a small buy trade. Otherwise, if you market breaks that area, then you guys have to look at this area 1814 again. So whenever market breaks 1814, then your targets would be at least 1774, as I mentioned before. So this is all, and hope so you guys would follow it, and you guys would try. Whatever we have, we are trying our best to give you guys. So actually these are just technical analysis. You guys uh, must have to share your points and share your comments on our Telegram channel also, and our Telegram groups also. Whenever you guys have any question about any trade, you guys can ask us without any hesitation. And second thing is that when you guys must have to join our Telegram channels also, so this would also helps you guys. So these are just all technical analysis. We are also giving you guys a trade with a small stop losses, because our purpose is to give you. We also look at fundamentally, because this analysis, whenever whenever there was any news or any fundamentally market tries to move, then it's just useless time. It's just useless, because whenever a huge data is coming, market don't follow technical analysis. So you guys must have to analyze the way might fundamentally market. So that's why we have created our groups. So whenever you guys have any question, you guys can ask us. So I'm giving you a summary. So 18 18 at least 1820 or 18 19 or 1820 is area where you have to look for a buy trade. And second thing is that whenever market breaks this area, you guys have to look for a buy trade. And also whenever market comes to this area 1814, you guys have to look for a buy trade. Now what are sell position? 1835 to 30, this is the area where you should have to look for a sell trade. And second possible position is whenever market breaks at almost 1817 or 1815, then you guys have to look for a sell trade. And the main sell actually you guys, mostly you guys have to look for a buy trade. But when our market tries to break this area 1810, basically this is 1814 area, but when market breaks 1810, then you guys have to look for a sell trade, and your sell targets would be at least 1775, at least 1775. So this is all guys. We are also trying to make our to doing our best to give you guys. So you guys must have to like it and share it and kindly subscribe this channel. Thank you very much, and thanks for following Rio Traders.